In this video, we are going to be making corrections to your Unit 6 Anchor project to give you some points back. Let's get started. All right, so the first question you were supposed to create was supposed to involve writing an addition or subtraction equation from a real-world situation. Here is the example that I gave. You are saving for an iPad that costs $600. You have saved $125 already. Write an equation to find X, the amount of money you still need to save. Okay, so we know that we need a total of $600. So whatever we need to give, whatever we need has to total $600. We have already saved sorry, no, let's go off my pen here. There we go. Okay. We have already saved $125. But we still need a certain amount of money, or X. We don't know what that amount is yet. But what we do know is what we saved, $125, plus what we still need has to make a total of $600. So our equation would be X plus 125 equals 600. What we need plus what we've already saved has to equal 600. All right, let's keep going. And it just says to write the equation, so we don't have to solve it. This is our equation. All right, now let's keep going. Now we need to write a multiplication or division equation from a real-world situation. You have X number of beads and split them into 12 piles. Each pile has 9 beads in it. Write an equation to find X, the total number of beads you have. All right, let's draw a picture here. We have a pile of beads, and we're going to call that X. We split them up into 12 piles. And we split them into 12 piles, and then every pile has 9 beads in it. So that is visualizing what is happening. We have a pile that we're splitting up, and then the result of each is 9. I underline that word split because that is going to mean we are dividing. We have the beads. We split or divide into 12 piles, and then the result is 9 in each pile. So our equation is X over 12 equals 9. Remember that division bar, that fraction bar means division. So our equation again, X over 12 equals 9. We don't need to solve it because we only need to write it. That's the question. All right, let's keep going. Solve an addition or subtraction equation. So solve the following for X. X plus 24 equals 46. So I have an addition equation here. We're going to undo that addition with, that is correct, subtraction undoes addition. So think of this as a balance beam. I'm going to take 24 pounds off of one side. And so if I add 24 and then take 24 away, that cancels out. Now I only have X. If I take 24 off of one side, I have to take 24 off of the other side. And then I am left with 22. Again, because subtraction undoes addition. So now let's plug it back in to make sure that it works. Does 22 plus 24 equal 46? And it does. So we know we solved it correctly. All right, let's keep going. Solve a multiplication or division equation. We have 6x equals 72. First, I need to ask myself, what operation is happening there? When we have a number and a variable together with no sign, that means we are, that is correct, multiplying. 6 times x equals 72. We need to undo that division with, you guessed it, undo the multiplication with, you guessed it, division. Division undoes multiplication. 72 divided by 6, x would equal 12. As always, plug it back in to make sure that it is a true statement. Does 6 times 12 equal 72? It does. All right, let's keep going. Create an equivalent expression using the distributive property. We have 2 times 3x plus 5. Remember, there is multiplication here. So this is really saying 2 groups of 3x plus 5. If I have 2 groups of 3x, that gives me, that is correct, 6 x's, because if I wrote 3 x's 2 times, we have a total of 6. 2 groups of 5, that would be, absolutely, it would be 10. So our expression, our new expression would be 6 x's plus 10. And that is option C. All right, let's keep going. Write a 2-variable or an XY equation based on a situation. You read 30 pages of a night. Write an equation that can be used to find y, the number of pages, read in x number of days. So we have 2 variables here. We have the days, which is x, and we have the number of pages, which is y. Let's plug in some numbers. If I have read for 0 days, that means I have read 0 pages. If I have read for 1 day, that means I have read 30 pages. If I have read for 2 days, that means I have read, absolutely, 60 pages. For 3 days, we have read 90 pages, and so on. So now I need to look at my pattern. How am I going from x to y? That is right, we are multiplying by 30. So let's write those words. To get y, you multiply x by 30. So now let's put that into an equation. To get y, y equals multiply x by 30. 30 times x, or just 30x. So that is our equation. All right, let's keep going. Use a 2-variable equation to solve for x. You read 30 pages a night. If you read for 5 nights, how many pages do you read? All right, so x is our number of nights, as we already saw from the last problem, and y is our pages. All right, we know that we are multiplying by 30 here. 1 page is 30, 1 night is 30, 2 nights is 60. So if I want to go to 5 nights, 5 times 30 is 150. So we have read 150 pages, because to go from nights to pages, we multiply by 30. 5 nights times 30 equals 150. All right, let's keep going. Now use a 2-variable equation to solve for y. You read, so remember, so we're still doing you read 30 pages of nights, and then we get out pages, our independent and dependent variables. Oh, no, sorry, that should be a 0. All right, if you read 180 pages, how many nights did you read for? So here we're going backwards. So like, how do I go from 30 pages to 1 or 60 pages to 2? We are dividing by 30. 180 divided by 30 is 6. Because 18 divided by 3 is 6, and then add on the zeros. So we have read for 6 nights. Because to go from nights to pages, we multiply by 30. So to go from pages back to nights, we divide by 30. 180 divided by 30 gives us 6 nights. All right, let's keep going. Match the exponential expressions. Which of the following is equivalent to 5 to the 4th power? All right, we have an exponential expression here. We have our base and we have our exponent. Our base is what number you are multiplying. So we are multiplying a 5. Our exponent is how many times we are multiplying. So we are multiplying 5 times itself 4 times, which would be like that, which is option D. Because again, the base is 5, so we know we're multiplying a 5, and we are multiplying it 4 times because our exponent is 4. All right, last one. Evaluate the exponential expression. We have 4 to the 3rd power. Again, we are multiplying 4 because that is our base. 3 is our exponent, which tells us how many times. So 4 to the 3rd power would be 4 times 4 times 4. Let's multiply it out. 4 times 4 is 16, times another 4 would give us 64. Again, not 12. We're not adding 4. It's not 4 plus 4 plus 4. It is 4 times itself 3 times. 4 times 4 is 16, times another 4 is 64. All right, and that concludes our video. So hopefully you were paying attention, answering the questions correctly to get your points back. All right, have a wonderful day.